What you just watched is the chairman of the All Progressive Congress, Ganduje, being humiliated in Gombe State. The APC chairman attended a Northeast stakeholder meeting that was held in Gombe State, where they unanimously endorsed Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second term. It's been reported that the endorsement of Bola Ahmed Tinubu for a second term infuriated the delegate that attended that meeting, and they heard insult, abuse, and trade blows in that meeting. Other reports stated the reason for the outrage was because Tinubu was endorsed without the mention of Kashim Shettima, who is also from the Northeast. It took the intervention of the security operative in that meeting, who whisked away the APC chairman Ganduje out of the venue. I think that they got what they deserve. Of course, Nigeria is currently at the threshold. Nigeria is experiencing turmoil. There is killing going on in Benue State. Over 200 persons were killed. No word from the president. It is the Pope in Rome that made a prayer, a 1-hour prayer, for the souls of those that were killed in Benue State, all the way in Rome. But the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, is less concerned about the issues of security in Benue State. But however, they are gallivanting all over the country, talking about 2027 general election, talking about the re-election of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I really wish and I hope that they would have stoned those people that are endorsing Bola Ahmed Tinubu in Gombe State. How can you be talking about 2027 general election when the mandate that was given to you in 2023, you have done absolutely nothing about it? We are talking about a government that is ruling with so much impunity, a government that all they cares about is lie and propaganda, a government that is so insensitive about the plight of Nigerians. Talking about re-election, they cannot give one achievement they have achieved so far since they came into office in 2023, but all they care about is going around the country talking about re-election. The life of innocent Nigerians across the country does not matter to them. The life of the people in Benue State does not matter to them. We are talking about Benue State that President Bola Ahmed Tinubu won in, but he is yet to visit Benue State ever since the attack in Benue State started. All they care about is to endorse the president. You may be wondering, why is the president so much concerned about endorsement, about defection, about people defecting to APC? The truth of the matter is, Bola Ahmed Tinubu is so sure that he has not done anything to warrant his re-election in 2027. Bola Ahmed Tinubu knows that Nigerians do not vote for him in 2023. Tinubu is aware that Nigerians will vehemently reject him in 2027. The reason for all this defection and endorsement all over the country is to psych the mind of the people, to believe that majority of the people are with Bola Ahmed Tinubu, to believe that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is undefeated. They want to play on the mindset of Nigerians. But the reality on ground is, Nigerians are waiting for Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. Nigerians will vehemently reject Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I have said it and I will always say it. The politicians defecting to APC will not determine the fate of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027. These are politicians. They don't care about the reality of things. All they care about is politics. They play politics with the feelings of the people. They play politics with the life of the people. So what they are doing currently is politics. 2027 is all about politics. They don't care if Nigeria born. But I'm so happy with what's happening in Gombe State. I am so happy that the people could stand up and reject APC and Ganduje. I am so happy that they are angry that they are talking about the re-election and endorsement of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in 2027, when Nigerians cannot afford 1 square meal anymore, when Nigerians are going through the most excruciating pain in the history of this country, when the price of commodities in the market has skyrocketed, when the life expectancy of Nigerians is below 50. You are talking about re-election when you have increased the debt profile of Nigeria. You are talking about re-election when you have reduced the purchasing power of the people. You are talking about re-election when there is insecurity in the country. People are being killed in their numbers all over the country. Benue, Plateau State have known no peace for the past month because of the masquerading activities of the Fulani herdsmen. The president feels nothing about it. The president is doing nothing about it. All he concerns himself is 2027 general election. Who else do you want to govern if every Nigerians have been killed by these terrorists? What happened in Gombe State is what should be happening all over the country. We should not allow these politicians to be playing with our sensibilities. We should not allow them to be holding summit to talk about 2027 when they are yet to deliver true dividends of democracy to Nigerians after they forcefully took away their mandate in 2023. Nigerians should learn to hold grudges against political parties, against politicians that fail to deliver on their promise. If a politician asks you for your vote and promise to deliver on this or that, when they come back for the next election cycle, because they will definitely come back, ask them to give you stewardship of what they did with the mandate you gave them 4 years ago. They should account for what they have been able to achieve while being in office for the past 4 years. This is how you hold your politicians accountable. If you fail to ask them to account for what they have done in office for the past 4 years, they will think it's business as usual when you decide to give them another 4 years to continue with whatever they are doing. For instance, Bola Ahmed Tinubu as the president. Bola Ahmed Tinubu won in Benue State. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu go to Benue State to campaign ahead of the 2027 general election, the people of Benue State should ask Bola Ahmed Tinubu to give account of his stewardship on security, how he was able to provide security for the people in Benue State. The number one priority, the number one responsibility, primary responsibility of a government is protecting the life and properties of the citizen. Tinubu should be able to account to the people of Benue State how he was able to protect their life and properties. Understand that without your vote, Bola Ahmed Tinubu will not be the president. Understand that Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs you more than you need him. Understand that Bola Ahmed Tinubu needs your vote. That your one vote is sacred, is sacrosanct, is so precious. Before you give it out, ensure that you are giving out to someone that will protect it and protect you as well. Ensure you are giving it out to someone that will deliver on his promise. Ensure you are giving it out to someone that will deliver on the dividends of democracy. You should place every politician on a scale of 10 and mark them according to what they have done. Any politician that failed to live up to the expectation, cancel that person out. Don't give that person your vote. If Bola Ahmed Tinubu come to campaign in Benue State, you should know that you should not vote for him again because he has not done anything in terms of security. He hasn't done anything in terms of food production. He hasn't done anything to improve your quality of your life. Why then should you give him your vote again? If he fails to deliver in 4 years, he will absolutely do nothing in the next 4 years if you give him your vote. The reason why we are where we are in Nigeria today is because we fail to hold grudges against these politicians. We fail to hold them accountable. Some persons supported President Muhammadu Buhari for 8 years and they are equally supporting President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How do you expect us to grow as a nation when we don't hold these politicians accountable? We are talking about people that are in charge of your resources. We are talking about people that make policies to determine your life. Look at the policies of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. How has it enriched your life? How has it bettered your life? The policies and reform of Bola Ahmed Tinubu in the past 2 years has unleashed hardship, frustration, abject poverty, unemployment, insecurity on Nigerians. You enable him to do that. You can also disable him not to continue in that by retrieving your vote away from him. What happened in Gombe State should be a yardstick to how we should handle most of our politicians when they come to seek for vote or try to endorse any politician. Before you endorse a politician, you must give account and stewardship of what he has done, not just on paper or propaganda, but things that are verifiable, things that are affecting and impacting positively in the life of Nigerians, not something that we have to wait for the next 20 years before we can see the benefit of it. By the time we start treating all of these politicians this way, they will be very careful with how they go to solicit for votes. They will be very careful with your vote. They will ensure that they do the right thing because they will be scared that you are going to unleash your anger on them. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video.